bit disappointing the way that I closed the match out. I sort of lost a bit of focus, but there was a lot of good stuff at the early part of the match and scored a little bit better, and punished Noppon for some errors that he hasn't been making so far this week. So all in all, very happy.
How wary were you of Noppon going in? The run he's been on, but more particularly the players that he's beaten to get to this position, multiple-time world champions.
To be honest, that's not something I've thought about. He probably was under more pressure because of that than I thought. I was up against a very tough opponent in the semi-final. That's all I was thinking about, and I did have in the back of my mind, obviously, that I played him in the semis of the British Open, and I beat him 6-1 there. So I did have those sort of thoughts in my head that if I can get off to a fast start, then he might be thinking about that, and maybe that's what happened out there, because he missed a few that, like I say, hasn't been missing this week.
Yesterday's win over Jack felt like a completely different match. Almost you had to grind that one out, whereas today felt a bit more expansive. Do you sort of feel that way?
Yeah, because last night just some of the frames got a bit bogged down, and obviously there was a lot of long drawn out frames, but you have to be prepared to win like that as well, and tonight was slightly different. I got in a bit earlier in frames and scored a bit better, put a few long ones which I didn't really get last night, but safety was really, really good against Jack, and it was good in spells tonight. There was a few errors here and there, but just happy to be in another final.
It might not be something you've considered yet, especially considering we're only in January, but would you say that this is the best season of your career so far and you're into your 4th final?
I think, yeah, on paper you have to say yes, because I don't think I've ever been in 4 finals in a season before, so yeah, absolutely. But I don't feel like my game's as good as some other seasons, but as long as I keep winning, I could not care less.
And you have an absolutely fantastic success rate in semi-finals. Since 2020, you've now won 7 of your last 9. In the last few years, would you say that sort of your confidence in those sort of big moments has improved, or sort of, have you felt more confident in these situations?
I feel like I'm just getting more comfortable at the business end of tournaments. There's always going to be the odd bad performance here and there. It's just the nature of the beast, but it's interesting you say that, because I think I lost my first 8 semi-finals as a professional. So yeah, the tide's turned.
You have a day off now before the final. Do you have any plans on how you're going to spend it? Is it just going to be practice?
I'll practice. I'll come down early, probably get a few hours before 3 o'clock, probably 3 or 4 hours in, and then just sit, chill out, watch the football, shout at the TV with a few losing bets on, and get ready for Sunday.
And let's talk about your potential opponents in the final now. Firstly, Judd Trump, Masters champion on a great run of form against yourself, who, you're the top seed, probably the outstanding player of this season. That would be some match, wouldn't it?
Yeah, look, he's the man of the moment, obviously Masters champ, and it's a match I always look forward to. The crowd's always really good in the matches against Judd, and we grew up playing junior snooker together. We know our games, inside out, and yeah, really, really looking forward to it. But I'll need to play better than what I have done so far this week.
And then also could be Sean Murphy, a very close friend of yours. We've seen your good-natured back and forths on Twitter. How much would you like to play Sean?
I'm glad you know it's good-natured. A lot of people don't see that. As much, nothing against Judd, but I'd like to see Sean in the final just for the bragging rights more than anything. It would be so painful to lose that final, knowing that I'm going to get slaughtered on social media for months and years after it, but it would be good to lose to such a close friend if that was to be the case. But look, it's going to be a very, very tough match regardless of who comes through.
Well, congratulations tonight. Enjoy the football tomorrow, and best of luck for the final on Sunday.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.